I'm going to start out today's episode a little bit more serious because I think we're living in times of peril and fear, and I don't want to be afraid anymore, and I think it is time to start protecting ourselves from Will Smith. The other absolute nightmare we're facing as a species right now is the ridiculous rise in energy costs. And I am actually deadly serious about this one because I worry about my friends and my family and you guys because things are getting ridiculous. So when Brian from Automate Your Life got in touch and said he'd like to do a video on Earth Day and he was getting a whole bunch of YouTubers to do the same, I said hell yes, because not only does this help save the planet, it helps save your wallets too. So today's video is all about how you can save money and the planet using smart home automations and smart home devices. Let's do this. Did the kids still say let's do this? They've all started wearing flared trousers again, so who cares what they think? Let's do this! Thanks also to TADO for sponsoring today's video. TADO. I wouldn't normally include a sponsor in a video like this, but these guys are actually really passionate about saving energy and asked if they could be involved in a really hands-off way. Their products will genuinely play a huge part in me and Nisha's saving energy this year, and we'll talk more about how that works later on in the video. I've spent some time using these energy monitoring plug sockets to establish which of the devices in my house cost me the most money, and I'm now going to present it to you in the style of a game show host. Why? Because it'll wind this guy up. Screw him. Congratulations! Your energy bills have gone through the ceiling! Here is a breakdown of what everything now costs! Leave this Echo Show with its magical spinny head plugged in all year, and if it's doing absolutely nothing, it will use 7.5 watts of electricity per hour. That's a cost of £15.55 a year. This AQARA G2H Pro uses 2.7 watts of electricity. That's a cost of £5.60 per camera per year. The Echo Show 4th generation uses 2 watts of power. That's £4.15 per year per Amazon Echo 4th generation. That's with it doing nothing. Literally nothing. No music, just sitting there. £4.15 a year for each speaker. Brilliant. This PC, whilst gaming, uses 331.7 watts. That's a total of nearly £700 a year if you gamed non-stop like a maniac. You're an idiot. Don't do that. This Raspberry Pi uses just 1.9 watts of electricity, totaling £3.94 a year to use. That's pretty bloody good. Get more of those in your life. If you left this fan running for a year, it would cost you £87. Maybe open a window. Open a window instead, you moron. Your average smart home hub uses just 1 watt of electricity. That's £2.07 a year. That's not a problem at all. Probably stop using standard normal things and save some money using your smart home hubs. Good idea. Start doing it. If you have normal LED bulbs in your ceiling, they draw an incredible amount of electricity and they are brighter than your house really needs to be. I did a test, a side-by-side comparison of an LED bulb from Tesco that I just had knocking around in a cupboard, and I went through all of my smart home bulbs and found the brightest one I own. The SwitchBot bulb is the brightest one I found out of the first 4 I tried, and I plugged them in side by side and I calculated that if you had 5 bulbs in your house, 5 of them were this LED bulb from Tesco, you would be costing yourself £75 a year more money than if you had 5 SwitchBot bulbs. £75 a year just to have Tesco LED bulbs instead of smart home bulbs, and my smart home bulb can be dimmed. If I decide in the evening, actually I don't even need it this bright, I'm just watching telly, I can have that bulb dimmed down, and I could even create an automation that said, when I start watching telly, dim the bulb. You will save so much money. I gotta make that explode. Here. Told you. Furthermore, because these are smart home bulbs, you could pair them with a motion sensor and have them only turn on when there is motion after the sun has gone down, and more importantly, have them automatically turn off when no motion is detected. There are some links in the description to some E27 and some B22 bulbs that I am personally using, and the motion sensor, and a whole bunch of other things if you're interested in having a very similar setup to me. It will save you a whole bunch of money. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're not subscribed. I've just checked and you're not hit the button. I'm not carrying on until you press the button. I'm just kidding. How would I know? I don't know if you're subscribed. I'm looking at a camera. If you've bought an Opentherm capable boiler, but you haven't bought an Opentherm capable thermostat, well then you're blowing money like Charlie Sheen does on hookers and coke.
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go!
You see, in a traditional setup, your boiler just comes on when a thermostat tells it to and goes off when a thermostat tells it to. And in this traditional setup, the thermostat just keeps going, "Oh God, it's got too hot! Turn it off!" And the boiler goes, "Okay." And then the thermostat goes, "Oh no, it's got too cold! What are you doing? Turn it on again!" And the boiler goes, "Okay." And it just keeps going backwards and forwards like this all day long, because the boiler keeps overshooting with the temperature until the thermostat goes, "Oh no, it's gotten too hot," and then tells it to turn it back down again, at which point it overshoots that. And it's all the overshooting that costs you the money for no good reason. With an Opentherm setup, the boiler and the thermostat are in constant communication. So instead of just going, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, it's constantly saying to the boiler, this is what the temperature is right now. And the boiler then makes more educated decisions on what the temperature of the water in the tank should be. And instead of going on and off, it just slowly raises the temperature of the water and slowly lowers the temperature of the water so that there is no overshoot. The TADO thermostats I've been sent as part of this sponsorship is Opentherm, but that's not the only reason I picked it. The second reason I picked it is because it does things over and above what my Nest thermostat did, and that's why I've replaced it for personal use, and that's why it's being featured in today's video. They also do, as part of their ecosystem, radiator valves. And the radiator valves ensure that every single radiator in the house can be operated independently. There are rooms in this house that are barely used, and I need that thermostat to be kept low so that that radiator is barely ever on. There are other rooms in this house that are hotter than my wife. Brownie points. Having a separate thermostat on each radiator means that this radiator can be lowered in temperature without affecting the rest of the house, and therefore reducing the amount of effort put in by the boiler. The second thing TADO does, and this is absolutely mental, is that it can detect if there is a window open based on a drop in air temperature. If there is a sudden drop in air temperature, it will ask you if you want to turn the heating off because it thinks you might have opened a window. This is magic. Have sex with me. Yes, I'm going to keep doing that joke every week. If you don't like it, tough tits. You'll have to check your boiler's manual to figure out if it is Opentherm capable or not, but it's very, very common these days, and if you've got it and you're not utilizing it, you are wasting money right this second.
Because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go!
Did I mention it works with Home Assistant? Home Assistant! It works with Home Assistant! I am so excited about this one. Stay tuned because the full review of this will be coming soon. So which devices do I like to kill at the mains?
I killed them all.
I kill them all. It's important to kill every device that is drawing power if it's not in use, because like I say, the accumulative effect of those little trickles of electricity is actually what's costing the bulk of your money. I have an automation that when I switch my mains light switch off, it cuts power to all of the smart plugs around the room. And it does the reverse when I switch it on. That is a TUYA SmartLife ZIGBEE light switch connected to a TUYA SmartLife ZIGBEE hub, and they are TUYA SmartLife Wi-Fi sockets around the room, so they are all in the same ecosystem if you wanted to do this in a very, very simple way. If you're thinking to yourself, Paul, I'm not a moron. I don't have 6 million smart lights all around my house. No, but you do have TVs. And according to the latest research, the average television is now costing £11 a year when it's in standby. If you've got 3 televisions, that's £33 a year just for the TV alone. Now think about all of the other devices you've got on standby, from AV receivers to set-top boxes. All of those things are causing an accumulative effect. Don't switch your router off. If you keep cutting power to your router, your broadband supplier, they'll start to slow your broadband down because they think you've got an internet connection issue, so don't cut that one. But do cut things like your TVs and your set-top box and all of your AV equipment. I have monitors on my desk that are cut, I have speakers on my desk that are cut, and these are things that when on standby are drawing electricity unnecessarily. Use a smart plug, get them killed.
Yeah, because that's a good idea, isn't it? Use an electrical socket to save electricity that uses electricity. Idiot.
I tested the Wi-Fi sockets themselves to find out how much electricity they draw, and it's about £1.36 a year. So each socket will cost you £1.36, which is a lot less than your TV. And if you use one socket to control all of your AV equipment, it's an even bigger saving. It's important to note that you shouldn't overload the sockets though, so don't go sticking 6 million kettles into one plug. You'll blow it up and set your house on fire. The ones I'm recommending in the description are a maximum of 16 amps, which is actually higher than most smart plugs are capable. So they're a pretty safe bet, and they are TUYA Smart Life capable too. Check them out in the description. Massive thanks to Brian for setting up today's video. Don't forget to go and check out his playlist. He's got a whole bunch of very awesome YouTubers all talking about this subject and what they do to save money. So there are loads of ideas out there, probably far more clever than anything I've said today because they're smarter people than I am. And also thanks to TADO for sponsoring. Their thermostat seems awesome, and if you're interested in picking one up, the links are in the description. What are you guys doing to save money? Have you picked up anything I've said today, or do you think that's all garbage? Let me know in the comments if you've got better ideas or what it is you've picked up from elsewhere. Honestly, every little will help, and it will help not only save our wallets, it will help save the earth. So please do let us know in the comments what it is you guys are doing to save money. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These incredible people here made this video possible. They are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I would go back to working in a call center. If you want to be one of those incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. I am disgusted at the world, and Brian from Automate Your Life. I'm not disgusted at Brian from Automate Your Life. Start again. Are you ready? Let's do this. Do the kids still say do this? That wouldn't make sense. Do the kids still say let's do this? Start this whole thing again. Opentherm thermostats are the industry's best kept then you're blowing money, like Charlie Sheen blows money on hookers and